geopolitics. It sounds complicated, like something discussed in hushed tones in government offices. But it's really just about understanding the world around us. Imagine the world as a giant chessboard. Each country is a player with its own strengths and weaknesses. Geopolitics is about how these players interact. It's about power, influence, and the constant push and pull between nations. It's about who has resources, who controls important locations, and how countries try to achieve their goals on the world stage. Think of oil, for example. Countries that produce oil hold a certain amount of power. They can influence global prices and negotiate from a position of strength. This is geopolitics in action. Understanding geopolitics helps us make sense of global events. It gives us context for wars, alliances, trade deals, and international disputes. In the game of geopolitics, not all players are created equal. Some countries, due to their size, economic might, military power, or influence, hold more sway than others. These are the heavyweights, the ones who often set the rules of the game. The United States, despite facing new challenges, remains a dominant force. Its military reach is global, its economy is massive, and its cultural influence is undeniable. China, with its rapidly growing economy and expanding military, is quickly emerging as another superpower. Russia, while economically weaker, still holds significant military power and exerts considerable influence in its region and beyond. The European Union, though a collection of individual nations, acts as a major economic and political bloc on the world stage. These major powers are constantly jockeying for position, forming alliances and vying for influence in different parts of the world. Their interactions, and sometimes rivalries, shape the geopolitical landscape. The world is full of potential hotspots, regions where political tensions, historical grievances, or competition for resources create a tinderbox that could ignite at any moment. These areas are often marked by a history of conflict, unresolved disputes, and a delicate balance of power that can be easily disrupted. These are the flashpoints, the places where geopolitical fault lines are most visible. They are the regions where the stakes are high and the consequences of conflict can be far-reaching, affecting not just the local populations but the entire world. The Middle East, with its complex web of religious and ethnic conflicts, competing territorial claims, and vast oil reserves, remains a volatile region. The historical and cultural significance of this area adds layers of complexity to the already intricate geopolitical landscape. The ongoing Syrian civil war, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and tensions between Iran and its neighbors are just a few examples of the challenges in this region. Each of these conflicts has deep roots and involves multiple actors with varying interests, making resolution difficult. The South China Sea, rich in resources and a vital shipping lane, has become a point of contention between China and its neighbors. The strategic importance of this region cannot be overstated, as it is a crucial passage for global trade and energy supplies. China's assertive territorial claims in the region have raised concerns about potential conflict. The disputed islands and the military build-up in the area have led to increased tensions and a precarious situation that could escalate at any moment. The ongoing war in Ukraine, sparked by Russia's invasion, has sent shockwaves through the international community, highlighting the fragility of peace and the devastating consequences of geopolitical miscalculations. The conflict has not only caused immense human suffering but also disrupted global stability and economic systems. These flashpoints remind us that the world is far from peaceful and that geopolitical tensions can quickly escalate into conflict with global implications. The importance of diplomacy, dialogue, and international cooperation cannot be overstated in these volatile times. As we navigate these challenges, it is crucial to remember that the cost of conflict is always high, and the pursuit of peace should be our ultimate goal. Section 4. The referees, international organizations and their role. In a world of competing interests, international organizations play a crucial role in trying to maintain order, promote cooperation, and prevent conflict. These entities act as mediators and facilitators, bringing together nations with diverse agendas to find common ground and work towards shared goals. Their influence extends across various domains, including peacekeeping, economic development, human rights, and environmental protection. These organizations, composed of member states, aim to address global challenges through diplomacy, dialogue, and the establishment of international norms. By setting standards and creating frameworks for cooperation, they help to manage and mitigate global issues that no single nation can tackle alone. Their work often involves complex negotiations and the balancing of national interests with global priorities. The United Nations, founded after World War II, serves as a forum for dialogue and diplomacy between nations. With its various specialized agencies, such as the World Health Organization and the International Monetary Fund, the UN addresses a wide range of issues from health crises to financial stability. The UN's peacekeeping missions are particularly notable as they deploy troops and resources to conflict zones to help maintain peace and security. Its mission is to maintain international peace and security, promote human rights, and foster social and economic development. Through initiatives like the Sustainable Development Goals, the UN works to eradicate poverty, ensure quality education, and combat climate change. Humanitarian aid and disaster relief are also critical components of the UN's efforts, providing support to those in need during crises. NATO, a military alliance formed during the Cold War, continues to play a role in collective defense and crisis management. Its primary purpose is to ensure the security of its member states through mutual defense agreements. NATO conducts military exercises, coordinates defense strategies, and engages in crisis response operations to address emerging threats and maintain stability in the Euro-Atlantic area. The World Trade Organization, or WTO, aims to regulate and liberalize international trade, fostering economic cooperation between nations. By providing a platform for trade negotiations and dispute resolution, the WTO helps to ensure that trade flows as smoothly, predictably, and freely as possible. Its efforts contribute to global economic growth and development, benefiting both developed and developing countries. While these organizations face criticism for their effectiveness and the power dynamics within them, they remain essential actors in the realm of geopolitics. Critics argue that the influence of powerful nations can overshadow the voices of smaller states, leading to imbalances in decision-making. Additionally, the bureaucratic nature of these organizations can sometimes hinder swift action. However, their ability to bring nations together and provide a platform for dialogue is invaluable. They provide a platform for communication, a framework for cooperation, and a mechanism for resolving disputes peacefully. Through their efforts, international organizations contribute to a more stable and interconnected world, where nations can collaborate to address common challenges and build a better future for all. Their role as referees in the global arena is indispensable, guiding the international community towards peace, prosperity, and mutual understanding. Section 5. The digital battlefield technology's impact on geopolitics. Technology is rapidly transforming the geopolitical landscape, creating new opportunities but also new challenges and threats. The pace of technological change is unprecedented, and its impact on global politics is profound. Nations are now leveraging technology to gain strategic advantages, and this is reshaping the balance of power on the world stage. The internet, social media, artificial intelligence, cyber warfare, these technological advancements are reshaping how nations interact, compete, and even wage war. The digital world has become a new battleground where information is both a weapon and a shield. The ability to control and manipulate information can determine the outcome of conflicts and influence global perceptions. Cyber warfare, the use of digital tools to disrupt or disable enemy systems, has become a significant aspect of modern conflict. Cyber attacks can cripple critical infrastructure, disrupt communication networks, and even influence political outcomes. The anonymity and reach of cyber operations make them a preferred tool for state and non-state actors alike. Nations are investing heavily in cyber capabilities, both for offensive and defensive purposes. Cyber defense infrastructure is being fortified, and cyber attack strategies are being developed and refined. The race to build superior cyber capabilities is intensifying, with countries seeking to protect their own systems while being able to penetrate those of their adversaries. Social media platforms, once seen as tools for connection and communication, are now being used to spread propaganda, influence elections, and sow discord. The ability to reach millions of people instantly has made social media a powerful tool for shaping public opinion and manipulating political processes. Misinformation campaigns can destabilize societies and undermine democratic institutions. Artificial intelligence and big data are giving rise to new forms of surveillance and control, raising concerns about privacy and human rights. Governments and corporations are using AI to monitor and analyze vast amounts of data, often without the knowledge or consent of individuals. This has led to debates about the ethical implications of such practices and the need for regulatory frameworks to protect citizens' rights. The race to dominate emerging technologies such as quantum computing and biotechnology is becoming a new frontier of geopolitical competition. These technologies have the potential to revolutionize industries, economies, and military capabilities. Countries that lead in these fields will have a significant strategic advantage, making the competition fierce and the stakes high. In this digital age, understanding the geopolitical implications of technology is crucial. The interplay between technology and geopolitics is complex and multifaceted, affecting everything from national security to economic stability. Policymakers, analysts, and strategists must stay informed about technological trends and their potential impacts on global affairs. It's no longer just about tanks and missiles, it's about algorithms, data, and the ability to control the flow of information. The digital elements of modern warfare are becoming as important as traditional military assets. The future of geopolitics will be shaped by those who can harness the power of technology to achieve their strategic objectives.